Hi guys, Ronda Winstead here, aka Ronda without an H. How are you today? It's wonderful to be back with you. Today, what I want to show you, I have been working on a little journal. I haven't done a journal actually for quite some time. I used to do mostly journals, and I've branched out and done some different things. But Lorna Taylor sent me some digis, asked me if I wanted to highlight some, and I just was like, yes, absolutely, girlfriend, love your stuff. And so I am highlighting her Lavienne Rose. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous digital. So that's what I'm working on. And I have come to the point where I am ready to do a cover. And so I want to kind of take you with me in that journey, and then I'll do a flip through. I'll just, just kind of give you a little sneak peek here, but just kind of set that off. Well, actually not, but I'll explain that to you. And I had also done a recent video highlighting 49 Dragonflies, her amazing, sorry, Barbara, her amazing digitals. And I have an ephemera holder that I made out of paper bags. And I had some comments saying that they would enjoy seeing the process, and I'm not going to do that per se, but I'm doing something similar, and I thought you might enjoy seeing how I come up with the cover for this sweet little journal. So let me tell you what I've done ahead of time. I have taken paper bags. Oh, I didn't even keep one that wasn't chopped off, and I've chopped off the bottoms here as well, just because some of them are not like perfectly straight, and I wanted it perfectly straight. So, in determining how much to chop off, I brought my little journal and took a look at it and measured, and it appeared that a 9-inch length is going to be perfect. And so that's what I did with my ruler. I measured 9 inches, cut it off the top and the bottom so I could have it nice and straight. And in addition to that, I took these paper bags and I spritzed them with water on both sides, and then I ironed them. And that gives it an extra crunch, an extra texture. So this sort of mottled look, that's bubbly kind of. That's from spritzing it with water and then ironing it down and drying it out with my iron. That's how I come up with that, and I love that added texture. So, now you're with me. Everything that I've done up to this point, I've explained to you. So, now what we have to figure out the spine on this. So, I'm going to do 2 paper bags for... That's going to be my front cover. 2 paper bags. There's plenty of nice squishy stuff. And then I'll be layering, doing some kind of collage or fabric and paper on the front, some stitching and whatnot. So I just need 4. Because I'm not going to double. Okay, I'm thinking here. Because sometimes what I do is I might do this as a front and then do another one, you know, as a lining, as the inside. But I think that'd be a little bit of overkill because we don't need that much. I've already got 2 layers and 3 and 4 in some places. And then this. Okay, yeah. So, let's set the lining aside. So, I have a front and I have a back cover. When I put the lining on for the inside, then I'm going to reverse the bag so they will go on this way, and that will help to keep the proportion so it won't layer up too much on one part and not enough on the other. But we have to do a spine, and so I did a 5th paper bag that's going to turn into my spine. And this is also what I did on my 49 dragonflies. This process, this way, it's just the insides are different. Okay, so this is just about the right width, almost. If I want to have everything in here enclosed so that it doesn't extend beyond my cover, then I want to pull it out about like so. Yeah. And that's going to be about 3/4 of an inch. That looks like not quite, maybe 5/8 of an inch. So if I do that on both sides, 1, 2, 2-ish size for the inside. So let's just do some measuring here. Let's give ourselves, say we're going to do a 2-inch. Let's actually do a little bit more because I'm going to want, where's my stylus? Stylus, where are you? Okay. So I'm just going to mark that and fold that in. And I think, then we'll bring this one in as well. Okay. And this will make a very nice, sturdy, lots of thicknesses here. In fact, do I want this? Yeah, it'll be fine. Okay. So now, let's do this again. Let's kind of put this in here, pretend, do this, wrap it around, do like so. Okay, that's going to be good. So, you can use whatever glue you want. I have several different glues. I haven't used this one in quite some time, Scotch. I used to use it all the time. It's a tacky glue. And then everybody was talking about art glitter glue and Fabri-Tac and all these. And I wanted to try them, and I did, and I liked them. And so I just kind of went away from this one, not for any real reason other than, you know, I don't know, it was just kind of fun. I got looking at this the other day and just was like, oh, you poor thing. You have not been used or played with for a really long time. So I decided that I would use it a little bit, but I always, I give myself the right, my friends, to change my mind and switch it up. Okay, see what I have done? I have just been kind of gluing in the spaces that I see. That's, let's put a little bit more here. It's going to give it added strength to my project. We'll come down here. We'll also glue on these pages. I love, periodically, I have just really enjoyed working on paper bags. And I have, if you go to my playlist, I have a whole thing on journals and stuff, or, you know, working with paper bags, because they're really cool. They're just fun. Okay, now, if I got that width right, different ruler. Okay, it is a little bit wider at the bottom than it is at the top. So I want to make sure that that is straight. All right, much better. Okay, now we will go ahead and finish gluing this down. So you guys, I have to tell you something. I've been hesitating telling you because I really love being here with you. I do. Oh, how to begin? Well, if you're new to my channel, I hope you do enjoy this video. But you might not know, if you're brand new, that I am a, I guess you'd say I'm a woman of faith. I have a religious nature, and I'm making a mess there. Let's get that cleaned up. Okay. Okay, that's going to be really nice. Let's kind of give it a little bit of curvy-derviness here. Curvy-dervy. That's a word, I'm sure it is. Okay. What will I do? Okay. So, in my church that I go to, which is the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, they have what is called, we have the church, missionaries. And young men and young women, when they are of the age of 18, 19, 20, 21 in there, they are encouraged to go on missions to spread the joy of gospel news, to spread the word that Jesus is the Christ, and that he lived, and that he died, and he rose again on the third day, and that there is hope of eternity, and just so much more. And some of my sons have gone on missions when they were of that age. My kids are all older, of course, now. Oh, which makes me really old. Oh, really, really, really old. So anyway, my husband and I have felt impressed, felt the Spirit say, it's time to go on a mission. That's another thing in our church, that senior couples, senior missionaries are encouraged to go out and serve the Lord in whatever capacity He puts us in, from anywhere from 6 months to, for senior missionaries, it's 6 months to 23 months. Well, we are getting ready to put in our papers on Sunday, and things have just happened at a tremendously rapid pace, quite frankly. And we are going to be gone for I don't know how long. So this part, the going on my mission part, is exciting. But if I am required, and I don't know exactly what all the rules are about this, but I think because I'm supposed to be giving all my service to Him, and, you know, that I'm not going to be able to do how-to videos and visit with you for a period of time. I'll update you when I know more, but the process is, if you feel impressed to go, you talk with, you know, your bishop, and who is like a pastor. In our church, they're called bishops. And he recommends, and then it goes to your stake president, who's, I guess, like I don't know how it is in other religions, how that is. But anyway, and you fill out paperwork, and you go. What happens is, when you turn in your paperwork, then you will be called, and we believe it's by prophecy. We believe in prophets, modern day prophets, as well as olden time in the Bible days. Anyway, they will call us and tell us where we are to go. You can put in parameters, like for health reasons and that kind of thing. They try to be very accommodating with many situations, and we're both in relatively good health, considering, and so we don't know where we're going to go yet, though. So I hope you'll stay tuned to, you know, kind of help me go through this process, and help me adjust to it, because we're going to miss you. Whew. What a crybaby I am. Anyway, so that's all I'm going to say about that for right now. Okay, so are you with me on this, what we've done so far? I have prepared the bag. It's going to be really plenty sturdy. So I am going to put a string of glue and put this down, and then I'm also going to take this to the sewing machine and stitch, just to really reinforce that. I want to get it really, really well, okay? Let's see, and for that, I think we're going to switch glues. I told you I reserve the right to switch glue. All right, so now we're going to put a bead of Fabri-Tac. It's just a really wonderful glue. And we will, about 1/4 of an inch in, about 1/4 of an inch in there. Let's measure that real quick to make sure, because it sets up pretty fast. And I want to make sure, oh, we need to pop it out a little bit here. Now let's measure that again. Okay, let's go. As you can see, I mean, you guys, this is not brain surgery or anything like that. And I do respect those who have the amazing, who do those amazing kinds of things. But it is fun. And paper bags are really pretty inexpensive. You know, it's a fun medium to work with. Excuse me. Let me grab a drink of water here. Oh. Okay. Almost done. Well, with this part, and then I will stitch it together, and then she said, then we will, you can help me decorate it. Okay, so let's go just a quarter and a quarter. And there again, we're going to measure. That's about yada yada. That's about yada yada. That looks good. So we're going to call that good for that part. I've got a teeny little bit here since that's open. I see it just kind of flapping in the wind there. We will. All right. Alrighty. Ooh, this is going to be fun. And this is probably going to be actually one of the last projects that I work on before I go. So it'll be a fun journey for us. All right, you guys. So keeping in mind that this is going to be my inside, I'm going to, I don't want to mess this up. Pop that out. It'll be much better when I get it. You know what? Hang on for just a sec. You're going to hear the sewing machine. You can mute it out. I'm going to go ahead and stitch this. You know what? I'm going to turn the video off. I will stitch here, and I will be back. Okay. We have stitched this together. Is that just fun? Now I can go ahead and kind of start to fold. I don't want it to be like, I don't know. I want it to be kind of rounded, I think. But maybe when we put the journal in, it'll say something different, and it'll say, no, it needs to be the pointy thingy. and if it does, we'll be like, okay, fine. Be that way, you know. So now let's just kind of take this. We'll sort of put it in the middle there. There's about. Okay. Is that fabulous? Look, guys. It's going to be wonderful. It gives me plenty of room. Look. Plenty of room. Yeah. There's the center. Okay. This is going to be really nice. So I have to pull together some papers and things that I want to do here. Oh, and you know what? I have to think about this. We have to decide on this too. Now, this I'm planning on, this is the outside, and I'll be gluing and stitching this to this. So I'm going to need another paper bag, aren't I? Or something to bridge this. But I might use fabric. I think I might use fabric here instead of a paper bag, fabric will be super sturdy, and I can bring in one of the colors, like either this chintz striped. It's vintage. It's wonderful vintage. I don't know if I've got enough of this left over. I have that in my Etsy shop. I just kept a teeny bit for myself. It's actually, most of it's gone now. Yeah, I think that might be fabulous. So, okay, now I gotta remember that this is going to go this away, this away, this away. And fabric will need to be, let's measure, because we don't mind if the fabric comes out, do we? I mean, you know, that could look cool, and the torn and such. So let's figure on 2.5 inches, I'm thinking, to rip that. Just one sec, let me go grab the fabric that I'm thinking of using. I had, funny thing, I had just barely folded it up and put it away. And this was a wonderful piece of chintz that I picked up in a, in a antique mall, a thrift shop. It was like, oh, yes. Chintz used to be very, very popular. I don't see it around much anymore, but at one point it was. So we'll go ahead and rip that all the way down, bundle that together, grab a bunch of these little old threadies. You gotta have a few threads. What good is life if you can't have a few little threads, right? And these threads will all go in my thread container that I eventually make new fabric from. All right. Here's my container with all kinds of bits and bobs, and then it's all fabrics here. Oop, that's not fabric. How did that get in there? Okay. So I will go ahead and put this back. This will be fun. So this piece that I got of this fabric was approximately 3 yards, and I think I only paid something like $4 or $5 for it, which, you know, I mean, I understand that vintage, not everybody likes the old fabrics, but I do. I think they're wonderful. Okay, we'll set that aside. I will press this. I know a lot of people don't, but as a reformed quilter, I must press it down. See, that's going to be cool. And then this will go here, and maybe I'll even edge my journal with this as well. That's a good idea too, huh? Yeah. You guys are helping me to come up with some really cool things here. So now what I want to do is measure where I want that to go. Let's just put a little pencil-y doohickey there. And yeah, is that right? Is that right? Nope, over here a little bit more. Okay, so what I'm going to do off camera, my friends, is I'm going to iron this. Then I'm going to glue it just a little bit. And for this, I'm going to switch glues again and use my dry glue stick because I don't want anything to pop through and stain, look weird on my fabric. So I will do that. I will stitch this down and then I will come back. And even before I do any of that, I'm also going to glue this bag, these 2 paper bags like I did the first 2 for you. Okay? So, glue these bags, iron this, glue it down, stitch it down, and then I'll be back. Okay, here we have the inside or the lining. We have that stitched. I've got my fabric, so this will be fun. This way, anyway, that'll match. I like that. I like it. Oh, do I like it. All right, you guys. I'm going to call this good for this video. I will do this in a... Oh, come on. Get off there. We'll do this in several parts so that no video is super, super long. I want to try to have my videos be shorter. Yeah. All right. I love you guys. I hope that you are having a wonderful day doing something that makes you feel happy. And until next video, have a fabulous day. Bye now.